The Boys and Girls Club of Truckee Meadows is a huge family.
You don't necessarily have to be blood to be family.
The club, to me, it means home.
This is a safe place where every kid can just be a kid and enjoy themselves.
I really just try to change lives, man. Try to do what the club did for me as a kid.
We get to kind of be there for the families that nobody else is there for. We had a set of triplets. The oldest one of the triplets, she and I had become really close. I'd become kind of like a mentor, like older sister to her. She made me a Mother's Day card. And she looked at me and she was like, you know, I don't know what it's like to have a mom, but I feel like she'd be a lot like you.
Club offers so much more than just before and after school care. It's the positive relationships, it's the long-lasting memories, encouragement to try new things.
The thing that really gets me, like from the family aspect, I guess, is the relief that the parents get and that the guardians get when they know that their kids are safe. You know, when somebody takes care of their kids. I'm not a parent, but it makes me feel like a parent,
So I have a kid at my last Boys and Girls Club, and his name's Wyatt. When I stepped in, he was nonverbal, he has autism. After I worked with him for about a month, he learned my name. He started saying my name. Now he reads books, and then he'll shut them and be able to repeat the whole book back to you.
Every time I see an old kid or see him as an adult, it's just like the greatest feeling in the world.
Before I was at the club, I was working for the Reno Housing Authority, and there was this family. Every event, I always, called Dad up, and I was like, hey, we have this going on, and Sergio would be a great fit for it. I let them know, like, hey, I'm no longer with the Reno Housing Authority, I'm at the Boys and Girls Club. The next day he came in, he's like, hey, I want to sign up Sergio. I made it a point to go see Sergio when he's playing basketball, and I ran into Dad, and Dad sat me down, and, Sergio was warming up, and he said, no matter where you go, we will follow you because Sergio's in good hands with you. And it meant a lot. Because when families notice your work, it kind of hits you. It just kind of ties me into why I'm here and why it is important that I'm here.
When you think of home, you think of somewhere inviting, where you feel safe and you can have people around you who make you feel like you belong. That's why the Boys and Girls Club is home.
I've gone from a staff to big brother, uncle, dad figure, and grandpa pretty soon, so it's just, you never really know how much you impact these kids' lives until they say it, and in certain situations when they have the opportunity to, yes. It's pretty cool.
Today, I'd like to talk about Casey Nicholas. She was a shy but really funny little girl. She went through major challenges in her life. The only place she felt comfortable to come to every single day was the club. And she made sure that I was the first person that she saw when she walked into the building and that I was the last person that she saw.
I remember when I met Tina, she was always super nice from the beginning. Tina taught me mostly to know my worth. Don't just settle for stuff. Tina is like my second mom. She is very important to me. She's someone that I see her and I need to go give her a hug and I would protect Tina.
Anyone that walks into the door, you're in our family.
I wanted to be able to provide the mentorship and meaningful relationships that I wish I had had a chance to have as a kid. Just being able to provide a lot of opportunity and resources to our members and their families that if it wasn't for club, we probably wouldn't see them having a lot of access to.
I started going to the club when I was around 6 years old. Almost all of my hardships came up around 2016, which is when Gladys became my coordinator. I don't know where I would be, what I'd be doing right now if it wasn't for her.
I'm just so thankful to have him in my life because even though he feels that I'm changing his life, he's changing mine, we're always connected.
She pushes me to do better and be a better person. I tell her everything that's going on in my life. Gladys Ruiz Garcia is the mom that everybody wants. It means more than I can really put into words.
For the Boys and Girls Club to be here and say, hey, we're always gonna be here for you. You're nobody's problem. If it's an issue, we're gonna make it our issue and we're gonna work through it together as a team.
We don't know what goes on at school, what goes on at home, but we know what goes on at club. And so it's just being able to provide a safe haven kind of for our members who get to come here.
What makes this place home for so many is just the different personalities that all of our staff have. When you walk in the doors, you're like, man, I belong here. That's the feeling that all of our staff create.